Pence gets the call from behind the plate and comes home with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, makes some contact, pop up on the right side of the infield. Moving over is the first baseman, and he'll make the catch to get the second out of the inning, and that was Matt Kenny coming up with the catch that time. And so 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first for the Hiland Hawks. That'll bring up the third batter in the lineup, the left fielder, Isaac Yoder. Isaac Yoder wears number 24. He bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box. Jackson Pence with the pitch. Inside, off the plate, that'll be ball 1. And the Hiland Hawks come in with an 8-3 record in the conference. Takes a swing at that one, makes some nice contact. That's a fly ball out towards right center field. Moving in as the right fielder, he'll make the catch on the run and comes down with it. That is Maddox Harris making the play and getting the out. And so they go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Good pitching by Jackson Pence. Gets 2 pop-ups and a ground out. And we head to the bottom of the first inning, all tied at 0. The Boys of Summer up to bat next here on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM to Talmadge Middle School, where we are in some Stark Summit League Boys 14U baseball game play, I guess I should say. And this is the Boys of Summer taking on Hiland, all tied at 0 after the top half of the inning. And getting ready for the Boys of Summer to come up to bat. Their lineup is as follows, starting off with Owen Hoagland, the catcher, and batting second in the lineup is Justin Tyson. Batting third, Doug Rodgers, the shortstop. Batting fourth is Jackson Pence, the starting pitcher. Batting fifth in the lineup, Carter McGarrix. Batting sixth, Austin Constantine. Batting seventh is Joey Herrick. Batting eighth, Matt Kenny. And ninth in the lineup is the right fielder, Maddox Harris. But it will be Owen Hoagland, the catcher, getting things started here for the Boys of Summer. On the mound, Brady Yoder. The pitch finds the strike zone there with his first one down the middle there. Yoder, or I should say, Hoagland watches it go by. And Yoder with the pitch. Down in the dirt there. So 1-1 count. Third offering. Takes a swing at that one, makes some contact, but fouls it off towards the home dugout. And that'll be strike 2. The Boys of Summer, coached by Tad Rodgers and Steve Tyson, as they come in with a record of 2-7 in the league. Brady Yoder, the stretch and the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, makes some contact. Fly ball out towards the left side, but it's going to be in the shallow outfield and caught by the shortstop. And gets the out. That was Nolan Yoder coming up with the play there. And so 1 out for the Boys of Summer here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Justin Tyson, the second baseman, who wears number 9, bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box. And for Justin Tyson, comes in, batting .269 on the season. That first pitch a bit too high. He'll watch it go by for ball 1. And now Reddy's up for the second offering. Takes a swing at that one. Pops it up over the backstop. That's a foul ball for strike 1. So Justin Tyson with a 1-1 count here. One of the smaller players on this Boys of Summer team. A difficult strike zone for Brady Yoder to hit. The stretch, the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, makes some good contact. That's a fly ball out towards right center field. Moving back to the second baseman and got called off by the center fielder, it looked like, and nobody ended up catching that one. That one was just a miscommunication between fielders as the ball falls safely, and safe at first is Justin Tyson. So a base runner for the Boys of Summer here early in this one. That'll bring up Doug Rodgers, the shortstop. Wears number 34. He bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box. Doug Rodgers comes in batting .350 on the season. Has batted very well for these Boys of Summer with 2 walks. First pitch is out of the strike zone. That'll be ball 1 as he'll watch it go by. Rodgers checks down with Coach Rodgers down at third and steps back in. The pitch. Runner thought about going, but he'll hold up. That one down low in the dirt again. That'll be ball 2. And so Justin Tyson at first base. As mentioned, one of the smaller players, possibly a speedy player over there, as he's going to threatened to take off again, but does not. That third offering, I should say, a strike to Doug Rodgers, who watched it go by. So a 2-1 count here to the shortstop. Yoder with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one outside. That's going to be strike 2. A good pitch by Brady Yoder. Get him to chase after that a little bit. And for Brady Yoder, has pitched 11 innings on the season. Has a 3.18 ERA. And that pitch was in there for a strike. Strike 3. Got him looking for strike 3. They throw down to first. He's back in safe. So just 2 outs here in the inning, and that will bring up Jackson Pence, the starting pitcher for the Boys of Summer. Wears number 16, bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box. The pitch from Yoder. Swung on. Popped up in the air. A fly ball out towards center field, I should say. Center fielder gets underneath of it, able to make the call in, gets the catch. And that'll do it for the inning. The third out of the inning, and center fielder was Braden Kaufman making that catch to get the third out on the Boys of Summer. They strand a runner, and we stay at 0-0 as we go to the second inning. Hiland up to bat next in this Stark Summit League play on WKLM. And welcome back here to Talmadge Middle School, where we are in the heading into the second inning here between the Hiland team of 14U baseball and the Boys of Summer. And so it is the Hiland Hawks coming back up to bat here with the 4, 5, and 6 batters in the lineup due up. And we'll start off with the 4th batter in the lineup, the catcher, number 42, Jordan Wengard. And Jordan Wengard comes in batting .452 on the season. And so that's about the batting average that you would expect there with the cleanup hitter. He's got 11 RBIs on the year with 2 doubles and 17 singles. On the mound still Jackson Pence, the pitch. Sidearms that one in there, takes a swing, able to make a bit of contact, but fouls it off. That's strike 1. In the first inning, Jackson Pence threw 9 pitches and able to knock out the first 3 batters of Hiland 1, 2, 3 to get through that first inning. Wengard with a wide open batting stance. The pitch down in the dirt outside. That's going to be a ball. He'll watch it go by. And Pence readies up the stretch, the pitch. Big swing that time. Nice breaking ball. Able to get him to chase after that and miss with the bat. That is strike 2. And the next offering. Finds the strike zone there with a great breaking ball. Drops right in there. And that is strike number 3. Gets him looking for the strikeout. First strikeout of the game here for Jackson Pence. And that'll bring up Nolan Yoder, the shortstop, batting next. Wears number 34. He bats right-handed. Takes a glance down to the coach at third base. And now readies up into the batter's box. Pence with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one high up in the air, and that might be coming right towards this car. Hopefully not. Nope, it does not. Falls just in front of us. That'll be strike 1. And so now, with the 0-1 count, Nolan Yoder steps back in. Jackson Pence gets the call from behind the plate. The stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball inside, never was able to get into that strike zone. That'll be ball 1 for Nolan Yoder, who smartly was able to lay off of that one. The pitch. That time side-armed it. It's down in the dirt. That'll be a ball 2. So a count 2-1 here to Nolan Yoder. And no, with that 2-1 count, ready's up. And the pitch from Pence. Down in the dirt again. That's ball 3. So Nolan Yoder, after going down 0-1, now back to 3-1 on the count. And he's got his pick of the next pitch. Jackson Pence taking a second to collect himself. Now on the mound. Infield playing in on the left side. The pitch takes a swing at that one, pops it up in the air to the right side. That one looks like it might go out of play. We'll see. Trying to get over there and make the catch, and they are unable to do so. That will be a foul ball, and we'll go to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on Nolan Yoder, the shortstop for the Hiland Hawks. And so he'll step back in. Now back in the batter's box. Ready's up. Jackson Pence. The pitch. Takes a swing at that one. A hard grounder to the left side of the infield. Scooped up by the shortstop. Throws across, and it's in time. Able to be gloved by the first baseman and gets the out. Good catch by the first baseman there to stretch for that one. That was Matt Kenny making the grab there. Of course, Doug Rodgers making the throw across the field as the shortstop. That'll now bring up with outs Jack Hershberger, the third baseman. Wears number 9. He bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box here with 2 down and nobody on. Jackson Pence with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one. A hard fly ball out towards center field. Moving back is the center fielder. Running back, not going to be able to get there. It's into the gap in left center. He's going to round first and head to second. Now stopping at second, and he'll hold up. Oh, he's going to take off there because the throw was off of the relay man as it missed the relay, and he's going to make his way into third with the triple. What a play, or what a hit by Jack Hershberger to make his way around the bases and put a runner in a great spot here with 2 down for the Hiland Hawks trying to break this 0-0 tie. That brings up Brady Yoder, the starting pitcher. Wears number 18, bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box. The pitch finds the strike zone there as Yoder watches it go by. And Pence readies up. And the pitch, another breaking ball that time into the strike zone, falling right in there. Great pitch by Jackson Pence. Brady Yoder watched it go by, now falls into the 0-2 count here in this at-bat with 2 outs and a runner at third. And so Yoder readies up. And Pence with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one. A grounder right back up the middle. Gets past the pitcher. Going to be gloved by the shortstop if he can make the play in time, and does so. What a throw there by Rodgers to first base to get the out and prevent the run from scoring. And so they strand a runner at third. We stay tied at 0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Boys of Summer due up to bat next on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM to Talmadge High School, or middle school I should say, where we have this 14U Summit Stark League play between the Boys of Summer and Hiland. All tied at 0 as we go to the bottom of the second with the middle of the lineup for the Boys of Summer due up to bat. Takes a big swing with the first pitch, and that's a fly ball out towards center field. It's going to be caught by the center fielder, Braden Kaufman. Comes down with it. That was Carter McGarrick's making that hit out there on the first pitch, and he is now out. So 1 away here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Austin Constantine, the third baseman. Wears number 27. He bats left-handed as he steps into the batter's box to get things, trying to get things started here for this Boys of Summer team early in this one. The pitch is just a bit high. That's going to be ball 1 as Constantine with a good eye lets it go by. Brady Yoder on the mound here for the Hiland Hawks. Throws right-handed. Wears number 18. Second offering. That one down in the dirt. Got away from a bit there. Easy one for Constantine to lay off. That's ball 2. And so steps back in. A 2-0 pitch. That one's high as well. He'll lay off. Brings it to 3-0. A good eye by Austin Constantine to bring him with himself within 1 pitch of a walk. And so Brady Yoder, the pressure on here. The pitch. Just a bit outside that time. Managed to miss the plate, and that's going to be ball 4 as Austin Constantine makes his way to first. So a great eye there. Worked his way over to first base with the walk, and that'll bring up Joey Herrick The left fielder wears 00, bats right-handed, now checking down with coach at third base as he gets the play and steps into the batter's box. At first base, Austin Constantine on the base paths. And for Austin Constantine, he has 3 stolen bases on the year. The pitch, they're going to show bunt, pulls back, throw down to first. It's in time. What a throw from the catcher, Jordan Wenger, to Caleb Hershberger. Great play to catch the runner, getting off the bag there. And so they get an out. Now 2 away. Here with Joey Herrick up to bat. Herrick steps back in. The pitch from Yoder. Inside for a ball. Herrick steps back in. Yoder's third offering. Finds the strike zone that time. Or third offering, I should say. I believe the count 2-1 here. Might be 1-2. That's the call on the first pitch, went the throw down to first. Now, offering swung on, fly ball out towards right field, and moving in, making the catch is the right fielder, Will Schlaball. He'll get the catch, gets the out, and they go 1, 2, 3 in a bit of unconventional fashion, but they get the third out, and we stay tied at 0 as we head to the top of the third inning with Hiland up to bat next on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM. Brandon Benter with you. Brogan Steinble back at Sports Central. We're coming to you from Talmadge High School, where we have some Stark Summit League play in boys 14U baseball. The Hiland Hawks tied with the boys of Summer as we go to the top of the third inning. And a big swing that time by the Hiland player goes out towards right field, but caught in right field by Maddox Harris, able to get underneath of it and make the catch. That was Caleb Hershberger with that knockout that way. And so very quickly, 1 out here for the Hiland team. And so now coming up to bat is the 9th batter in the lineup, number 33, Will Schlaball. He'll step into the batter's box, takes a big swing at that first pitch, foul tips it, and that will be strike 1. Coming into the inning, Jackson Pence on the mound for the boys of Summer had thrown 23 pitches so far today. That pitch goes on the outside of Schlaball, able to dodge it. And that'll be a ball. So 1-1 count here. Top of the third inning, all tied at 0 here from Talmadge. Schlaball steps back in with the 1-1 count. Pence, the stretch and the pitch. Takes a big swing at that one, got ahead of it. That's going to be strike 2 on Schlaball, who checks down with the coach down at third and steps back in. Will Schlaball comes in batting .256 on the season. He has 7 RBIs and 1 double. And that pitch was too high. He'll duck underneath of it. That'll be another ball, so evens up the count at 2-2. And Schlaball readies up. Jackson Pence with the next offering. Outside that time for a ball, so some good eye by Will Schlaball. Just good job paying attention, making sure that it's not over the plate. Lays off a few, brings it back to a full count. So 3-2 on the count with 1 away. Nobody on here in the top of the third. The pitch from Pence is made contact on. A good swing, bounces down the third base line and over the third baseman's head. He's going to round first, and he'll hold up there as a good job by the left fielder, Joey Herrick, coming over to back up that third baseman. But that's a base hit for Will Schlaball and the Hiland Hawks with another base runner. Just their second of the game. They got their first last inning when Jack Hershberger hit a triple, but ended up stranded at third. So with a runner at first and 1 away, we go back to the top of the lineup with Alec Weaver, the second baseman who bats right-handed, wears number 16. He'll step into the batter's box, and Alec Weaver came into the game batting .471 with 8 RBIs on the year. 0 for 1 in this game. This pitch is high. Showed bunt, tried to bunt it from about a foot above his head. Not able to really fully pull that off. Made some contact, however, though, for the strike 1 on the foul ball. So Weaver checks down with the coach again. And looks like he's possibly thinking bunt yet again. As he grabbed onto that part of the bat, we'll see. Jackson Pence checking with the catcher behind the plate. That's Owen Hoagland behind the plate. Gets the call, checks the runner at first, comes home with the pitch. Runner's going to take off, moving his way to second and sliding in, and he will be safe. That was Will Schleybaugh. Nice speedy run over there to steal second base and put a runner in scoring position for this team. And so, Pence checks the runner at second. Now going to turn around, throw back. And he steps back on the bag just in time. Will Schleybaugh, one of the taller players on this team, has a lanky stride. As he gets ready, he's about 4 steps off. The pitch comes home. That one's in the dirt, but a good job by Hoagland to keep it in front of him. Just knocks it down. And I believe Weaver faces the 1-1 count. As Pence looks in. Schleybaugh with about a 5-step lead, not being held on. They're going to turn around and throw back. Running over, trying to make the tag in time, but not quite in time. Was the second baseman, Justin Tyson. And so now, Pence brings the pitch home, takes the swing, bouncer towards the shortstop. Lost it on his glove, went off his glove, off Doug Rodgers' glove, lost the ball, and now he's going to back up by the left fielder. A smart backing up by Joey Herrick comes in, able to get a hold of the ball, and Will Schleybaugh, when he saw the ball got past the shortstop, took off for third, and that ended up being a mistake. A great throw by Joey Herrick leads to the out. And so they get the leadoff runner. Save it first is Alec Weaver. And that'll bring up Braden Kaufman, the center fielder, who wears number 17 and bats right-handed. He'll step into the batter's box here with a runner at first and 2 outs. And for Braden Kaufman, comes in batting .386 on the year with 9 RBIs, has 3 triples and 2 doubles. They'll throw over to first, but back safely is Alec Weaver. And Pence looks in, now brings the pitch home. Swing, that's a grounder back up the middle. Going to be scooped up by Doug Rodgers, throwing over to first, and it's in time for the out. And so, these boys of summer do a good job defensively, get the leadoff runner, and they get the third out. They strand 1 for Hiland, and they stay tied at 0. Hiland 0, Boys of Summer 0. Boys of Summer up to bat next in the bottom of the third after this on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM. Brandon Benter with you. Brogan Steimel back at Sports Central. This is Stark Summit League 14U baseball play. And right now it's all tied at 0 as we go to the bottom of the third with the Boys of Summer up to bat. The bottom of the lineup getting things started. Matt Kenny steps in the batter's box and watches the first pitch go by. I believe that was a strike. We'll see here in just a second once this umpire shows his hand again. It's a very quick hand motion that time. The second pitch takes a big swing at that one, pops it up in the air on the left side. Able to golf that one out of the dirt, and that is caught by the shortstop as Nolan Yoder moves over and makes the grab. And so, with 1 away, that'll bring up the 9th batter in the lineup in Maddox Harris, the right fielder. Checks down with the coach at third, takes a few practice swings and steps up to bat. He wears number 2, bats right-handed. And the pitch from Brady is in there for a strike. That is Brady Yoder on the mound for Hiland, wearing number 18, throwing right-handed. Has thrown 21 pitches so far throughout the first 2 innings. Second offering, inside, that's going to be ball 1 as it's off the plate. A good eye by Maddox Harris to lay off. He'll check down with the coach, now takes a practice swing and steps back up. Harris, another one of the shorter players on the team, a smaller strike zone here, but that one's down in the dirt as Yoder hits the dirt before the plate. That'll be ball 2. Yoder with the offering. That'll be ball 3. Another good eye by Maddox Harris, and works his way to a 3-1 count. and now steps back in. The pitch from Yoder. Swung on. It's a bouncer back up the middle. Brady Yoder gloves it, throws over to first, and gets the out. So 2 away in the bottom of the third as we go back to the top of the lineup with the catcher, Owen Hoagland, coming up to bat. Wears number 28. As he hands the bat off to Maddox, heading back to the dugout. And so Hoagland steps into the batter's box. He bats left-handed, playing catcher today. First offering from Yoder is high. He'll lay off. That'll be ball 1. And for Owen Hoagland, comes in batting .250 on the season with 4 RBIs. Yoder with the next offer. Inside, that'll be a ball as well. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Owen Hoagland. And Yoder, the pitch, finds the strike zone that time and brings it to a 2-1 count. The pitch takes a swing at that one. A bouncer to the right side gets past the pitcher, gloved by the second baseman, Alec Weaver, throws over and gets the out. So they go 1, 2, 3 in the third, and we head to the 4th inning, all tied at 0 here in Stark Summit League play and 14U baseball. Back with the 4th inning of action after this on WKLM. Welcome back here to Talmadge Middle School, where we have some 14U baseball action in Stark Summit League play between the 8-3 Hiland Hawks and the 2-7 Boys of Summer. And it is the Hiland Hawks coming up to bat here in the top of the 4th inning with the middle of the lineup, the 3, 4, and 5 spots, starting off with Isaac Yoder, the left fielder. Due up after him, Jordan Wengard, the catcher. And right after him is shortstop Nolan Yoder. Those 3 will definitely get an at-bat this inning. We'll see if they're able to get any further than that, because the pitching of Jackson Pence has been very good so far for this Boys of Summer team. He's thrown 34 pitches, has struck out 1, and not walked anyone just yet, and has allowed 2 hits and gotten out of trouble a few times. This first pitch here to Isaac Yoder is high for a ball. I mentioned getting out of trouble, and that trouble really came in the 2nd inning when Jack Hershberger hit a triple. But then Jackson Yoder able to induce a ground ball in the next at-bat with 3 straight strikes and get out of the inning. Jackson Pence, a right-handed pitcher for this Boys of Summer team, comes in with just 1 save, has pitched 12.33 innings. That pitch is high. That'll be ball 2. Isaac Yoder with a good eye there. Yoder wears number 24, bats right-handed. He comes in with 15 RBIs and batting .348 on the year. 0 for 1 on the day, though, as he popped up to end the 1st inning last time he was up. And Pence will step off the bag as a baseball just came sliding out of somewhere. It looks like maybe a warm-up pitcher down in the bullpen area. And now play can get back underway. So Pence with the stretch and the pitch. Nice sidearm pitch that time. That's a foul ball. It's going to come right over here next to us, and that's going to be strike 1. So a 2-1 count here to Isaac Yoder, the left fielder, as he steps back up to bat. Catcher Owen Hoagland gets the call from the dugout and now relays that to the pitcher. Pence sends the pitch home. Takes a swing at that one, pops it up in the air. That one straight up in the air. That might be coming right down onto me. Woo! And that one ended up landing right next to the table. But that is a foul ball. Strike 2. Evens up the count, 2-2. And got to give a thank you to the unnamed man that was with the Hiland team that just used his bare hand to try to block that off my table. So a big thank you to him. 2-2 on the count here to Isaac Yoder. Nobody out, nobody on, as he awaits the 5th offering from Jackson Pence. That pitch inside is actually going to go off the thigh of Isaac Yoder, and he's going to head to first after being hit by the pitch. So a base runner for Hiland here in their leadoff spot. That's the first time they've been able to do that today. Get a base runner on before any outs. And so now Jordan Wengard will come up to bat. The catcher wears number 42. Bats right-handed, batting in that 4th spot of the lineup. And for Jordan Wingard, he comes in batting .452 on the season, 11 RBIs. This first pitch comes in. They're going to take off, try to steal second. The throw down is almost in time, just barely not in time. Owen Hoagland had a good throw, just a tad bit slower than the running of Isaac Yoder. And that was a boom play. But stealing safely was Isaac Yoder, now a runner in scoring position for this Hiland team. Wingard with his open batting stance awaits the next offering. Now he'll call timeout as Jackson steps off the mound. Right back in. Getting about a 3-step lead at second is Isaac Yoder. Pence checks the runner, turns around, going to throw back. He is back safely. Jackson Pence has got a good move to second base. And his second baseman, Justin Tyson, does a good job of. And they're going to take off for third. That one's going to be down in the dirt, gets past the catcher. And that's going to allow Isaac Yoder to go ahead and steal easily, as he was taking off. But now a runner at third base here with nobody out. And Jordan Wingard up to bat here. As I believe he has either a 1-0 or a 1-1 count here, or a 2-0 or a 1-1, we'll see. And Wingard will call timeout. Now steps back in. Jackson Pence on the mound with the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Jordan Wingard, who checks with the coach down at third and steps back in. Jackson Pence with the pitch. That one just a bit high there. Good eye by Jordan Wingard, lays off. That's a 3-1 count. So obviously don't usually want base runners, but Jordan Wingard being that fourth batter, you do have the 2 bases open if you need to stash him somewhere. Here with a walk wouldn't be the worst thing. Pence with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, does Wingard, makes some contact, pops up to the right side, and that's going to go foul, and it will be caught by the first baseman. That's Matt Kenny running over, making the grab right in front of the opposing team's dugout, and gets the first out of the inning. So 1 away. As now coming up to bat is Nolan Yoder, the shortstop for this Hiland Hawk team. Nolan Yoder, a shortstop, as I mentioned, wears number 34, bats right-handed. Comes in with 18 RBIs, batting .367 on the season. Has 1 home run, 1 triple, 2 doubles. The pitch from Pence. Breaking ball that doesn't quite manage to find that strike zone. That'll be ball 1. At third base, Isaac Yoder on the mound, or on the base path, with 1 away, as Hiland trying to break this 0-0 tie. There is a pitcher warming up for the boys of summer. Pence with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one. Nice contact. A grounder back up the middle. Going to be scooped up by Doug Rodgers, the shortstop. Throws over to first and gets the out there. But running home and scoring was Isaac Yoder. And so the Hiland team takes the 1-0 lead over the boys of summer here in this 4th inning of action. And that'll bring up Jack Hershberger, the third baseman. Hershberger hit that triple last time he was up. Wears number 9, bats right-handed. Comes in with 11 RBIs. Only had 1 triple before this game, now with 2. That pitch is outside. He'll lay off for ball 1. Bit of a breeze starting to blow in here from about center field. Maybe a little bit left fieldish. And the pitch from Pence. Takes a swing at that one, makes some contact. It's up in the air and out of play. That's going to be a foul ball into the construction zone of Talmadge Middle School. that'll be strike one for Jack Hershberger. Hershberger with the 1-1 count steps back up to bat. Jackson Pence waiting for the call, gets it, and the pitch. That breaking ball got away from, looked like it was a sidearm pitch, but catcher couldn't quite get a glove on it. That's going to be ball 2. Nobody on the bag, so no harm in having that ball roll to the backstop. 2-1 on the count to Jack Hershberger. Pence, the stretch and the pitch. Finds the strike zone there with a good pitch. That evens up the count, 2-2. And the 2-2 count. Pence with the pitch. Nice contact that time. Base hit to the right field as that's going to drop in for a base hit. Jack Hershberger rounds first. He'll hold up there. But some good contact there as he's now 2 for 2 on the day. And so Jack Hershberger at first base with 2 outs in the inning as Brady Yoder comes up to bat, the starting pitcher today for the Hiland Hawks. Possibly going to be done after that last inning, as we heard from Coach Jerry Yoder before the game. He's going to be limiting all the pitchers so that way he can hopefully have them all available for tournament play tomorrow. That pitch outside for ball 1. At first, Jack Hershberger threatening to take off, but does not. Hershberger with about a 3-step lead, being held on by Matt Kenny. The pitch from Jackson Pence swung on, popped up towards the right field, and that's going to be caught overhead. What a grab. Oh, no. He is going to actually end up dropping that one. Had it in his glove, but it came falling out. Tried to catch that one over his shoulder. A difficult grab for the first baseman, not able to come up with it, and that's going to allow Brady Yoder to be in safe at first. And in the confusion, some smart base running by Jack Hershberger makes his way all the way to third. So Hiland looking to extend this 1-0 lead here with 2 outs as Caleb Hershberger comes up to bat. The first baseman wears number 5. He bats right-handed, and Caleb Hershberger comes into the game with just 3 RBIs, batting .351 on the season. Chance to get another one of those if he can make some good contact here. Hershberger steps in. Last time he was up, popped it out to right field. Brady Yoder at first has about a 2.5-step lead. Jackson Pence brings the pitch home for strike 1. The infield finding their spots here. Pence with the pitch. That one's inside. A good job by the catcher to get a glove on it, but had to dive after it. He just looks down the third baseman to make sure he stays there. Brady Yoder will steal second due to indifference. And so with the 1-1 count to Caleb Hershberger, he steps back in. Jackson Pence, the stretch and the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, a hard grounder to the right side. Scooped up by the second baseman, Justin Tyson, throws over to first and gets the out. And so Hiland threatens to score more than one, just gets the 1 in the inning. They strand 2 base runners, and we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hiland 1, Boys of Summer nothing. This Boys of Summer up to bat next on WKLM. And welcome back here. Bottom of the fourth inning underway. Alec Weaver now on the mound for Hiland. Sends that one in, but a good hit that time by Justin Tyson. Sends it into that left center gap, and he's in there with a base hit. Justin Tyson had seen 2 pitches before that, a strike and a ball, and reached down low with that pitch, took it out there to the outfield. And now the boys of Summer with a leadoff base runner. The first time this game they've done that. And I think I said the same thing about Hiland last inning, so we'll see if they can tie it up here as they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. As Doug Rodgers steps up to bat, where's number 34? Bats right-handed. The pitch is in there for a ball. And as mentioned, Alec Weaver on the mound has thrown 10 innings so far this season. He's got a 1-0 record with 1 save as well, a 3.5 ERA with 6 strikeouts and 6 walks on the year. The pitch, hard swing that time, pulled it way down that left baseline. That's going to be foul. So Doug Rodgers evens up the count at 1-1. At first base is Justin Tyson, a shorter player, but looks like he's got some speed on him, and he's possibly raring to go as he might take off here. I'll let you know here he's got 4 stolen bases on the season. Alec Weaver on the mound. Gets the call from behind the plate. Checks the runner at first. He's going to come home with the pitch. That one in the dirt, bounced about 3 feet in front of the plate, but a good job by the catcher, Braden Kaufman, to keep that one in front of him. A lot of movement here in the infield, and I was able to keep up with it this time. I can't promise that the next time these pitchers switch, though, that I'll be able to keep up with all of these changes. As Alec Weaver came from second base to pitcher, Brady Yoder went from pitcher to second base. And that's inside for a ball. But in addition to that, the catcher, Jordan Wingard, went to left field where Isaac Yoder was. Isaac Yoder then went to center field where Braden Kaufman was, and Braden Kaufman came back behind the plate to play catcher. The pitch takes a big swing at that one. That's a pop-up to the left side. That's going to be out of play with a foul ball. That's the second strike of this at-bat, so a 2-2 count to Doug Rodgers with nobody out and a runner at first as the boys of Summer trailing by 1, trying to tie this one back up. Weaver checks the runner at first. It's about a 2-step lead. He's not going to take off. And that one sent in there and fouled off towards the home dugout. We'll stay at 2-2. Impressive move there by the runner at first base, Justin Tyson, as he had me fooled with his little stutter step move that he had right as the pitcher started throwing. If I was the catcher, I would definitely be nervous. That pitch swung on and grounded on third baseline, gets past the third baseman into the outfield. Rounding second and holding there is going to be Justin Tyson, but Doug Rodgers, a nice base hit there to move the runner over and get himself on base as well. So 2 base runners here for the boys of Summer with a runner in scoring position now and nobody out. As we now go to Jackson Pence, the starting pitcher, who bats right-handed. Just making his second plate appearance. His first one was in the first inning when he ended that inning with a fly out to center field. So Pence steps back in, batting right-handed. Weaver checks the runner at second. Comes home with the pitch. Inside for ball 1. And for Alec Weaver, Brady Yoder, he pitched 3 innings of this game with 32 pitches thrown. The pitch down in the dirt. That's another ball as Pence lays off. Allowed 1 hit, no runs. Had 1 walk and 1 strikeout in his pitching day, did Brady Yoder. Now Alec Weaver on in relief. They'll show bunt. Missed that one, and that's going to be a strike. They'll throw down to first, and that's going to be a pickle now is going to ensue as they're going to be throwing back and forth at first base. The third base runner, though, moves over from second to get there. And so some good base running by the boys of Summer. At first, they got caught off guard by the catcher throwing down to first, but it ends up with a runner at third and at first and nobody out still. And so the 3-0 count here. He did call it as a ball. The Hiland team getting confused with the last batter, Doug Rodgers, who did get a strike called when he tried to show the bunt. And so Pence will step back in with a 3-0 count. And now runners on the corners, nobody out. And they're going to go ahead and take off towards second before the pitch can even be thrown. A good job there. He'll steal second as he was stepping onto the bag right as the pitch reached the catcher's hands. But that was strike one. So Jackson Pence now with a 3-1 count. Has to protect that plate a bit here. The pitch from Weaver. A nice grounder back up the middle. Weaver gloves it. He's going to run down the runner at third here, and they're going to get into a pickle down the third baseline, going back and forth. And they're going to tag him out. A good play there by Alec Weaver to glove it, and a smart play to not go to first immediately, but gets that leadoff runner and holds them from scoring. So Jackson Pence will be safe at first due to that fielder's choice. Moving to second was Doug Rodgers on the steal to play right before that. And so now runners at first and second with just one out in this inning as Carter McGorricks will come up to bat. McGarricks, I should say. McGarricks, the center fielder, wears number 4. Bats right-handed as he takes a few practice swings before stepping in. Last time he was up, popped it out to center field. And McGarricks comes in batting .318 on the season with 9 RBIs. As the team, the Boys of Summer, trailing by 1 to this Hiland Hawk team here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Inside for a ball. Alec Weaver on the mound, the right-handed pitcher for Hiland. Checks the runner at second, comes home with the pitch. Takes a swing that time, fly ball out towards left center field. Going to be shallow in the outfield, but moving in and making the catch was the center fielder, Isaac Yoder. And makes the grab, gets the out, and that'll keep the runners at first and second as he was just about 10 feet away from that second base when he made the catch. No chance to tag up. That'll bring up Austin Constantine, the third baseman, who bats left-handed. Wears number 27. Was able to draw a walk last time he was up, but got thrown out, headed to second. Well, no, I should say thrown out as the catcher threw down to first, and they were able to tag him out, I believe, now that I think about it. So Constantine steps back in. The pitch. Takes a swing at that, fouls it up into the backstop. That's strike one. Doug Rodgers at second base had taken off with the pitch, but moves back. Kaufman now back behind the plate. Sends the signal out to Weaver. Weaver checks the runner, and he's going to step off. They're going to throw back to second, and not quite in time. Good job by the Doug Rodgers, I should say, making his way back and getting back to that bag before he could be tagged. And so Weaver looking in. Checks the runner at second. They're going to step off and throw right back again. And he is back easily that time as he'd only taken about a 2-step lead that time. Weaver steps back on the mound. As Austin Constantine still with the 0-1 count. Stepping off the bag is Doug Rodgers. About 3 steps off that second base. They'll throw home with the pitch. Takes a swing that time, fouls it up and out of play. That's going to be strike 2. 2 outs in the inning. With runners at first and second, with 2 strikes, no balls here to Austin Constantine. Weaver again checks the runner at second. Comes home with the pitch. The runner thought about taking off. That's a bouncer right back to Alec Weaver. Gloves it, throws over to first and gets the out. Some good defensive pitcher play from both teams so far today, but the team of the Boys of Summer unable to score that time. They strand 2 base runners, and we stay 1-0. Hiland in the lead over the Boys of Summer. Back with the 5th inning of action after this on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM as we are at Talmadge Middle School, where we are watching some Stark Summit League 14U baseball between the Boys of Summer and the Hiland Hawks. The Hawks with the 1-0 lead over the Boys of Summer. And Jackson Pence still on the mound here for the Boys of Summer. He's pitched 56 pitches coming into this inning. Has allowed just 1 run off of 4 hits so far today with 1 strikeout, no walks, and 1 batter hit by pitch. And so he will still be on the mound here as they're having a bit of an extended warm-up here. As a chat between the coach and the umpire here is now finished, and it looks like we're going to get play underway. It's the bottom of the lineup for Hiland getting things started. The ninth batter, Will Schleybaugh, going to play the leadoff spot this inning. And last time he was up, able to get on base with a base hit. Stole second, but then got thrown out, headed to third. So Will Schleybaugh steps into the batter's box here for his second plate appearance. Wearing number 33, bats right-handed. A bit overcast here today, but couldn't really complain. Some nice cool temperatures for a June game. This feels pretty nice. That's a hard hit towards left field. That's going to get past the left fielder into that left field side. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. The left fielder chases it down, Joey Herrick, and able to get the throw in. Holding up at second with a stand-up double is Will Schleybaugh. Big-time hit by Schleybaugh there in that 9 spot. So now a leadoff runner is in scoring position as we now bring up Alec Weaver. The starting second baseman, now playing pitcher, wears number 16, bats right-handed, making his third plate appearance. Reached on an error last time he was up. That was in the third inning. He'll step back into the batter's box. Jackson Pence with the pitch. Nice curveball that time, but not able to fall quite into the strike zone. That's high for ball 1. Pence gets the call from behind the plate from Owen Hoagland. Checks the runner at second and brings the pitch home. Nice pitch there for strike 1. Alec Weaver with the 1-1 count. Checks with the coach down at third and steps back in. Jackson Pence checks the runner at second. And they're going to turn around and try to throw another hold-up. Avoid throwing back, but just continuing that threat does Jackson Pence, and he is shown to have a good move to throw back to that second base, which is one of the more difficult bases to try to get to. They'll throw it on home. That one is too high for a ball. So a 2-1 count here to Alec Weaver. Jackson Pence checks the runner, brings the pitch home. Hard hit that time, but right to the third baseman. Not able to grab it on the line. He'll bobble it a bit, and before he can recover, the runner is going to be safe at first. So the third baseman, Austin Constantine, able to knock it down, but not able to come up with the catch or the throw. And so now a runner at first and second for this Hiland Hawk team. That'll bring up the second batter in the lineup. Number 17, Braden Kaufman, the center fielder. Bats right-handed as he steps into the batter's box, making his third plate appearance. 0 for 2 on the day with a pop-up and a ground out. He'll show bunt. That pitch way high, lays off and pulls back. That'll be ball 1. And for Braden Kaufman, comes in with 9 RBIs on the year. Came into the game batting .386 before those last 2 at-bats. The pitch from Jackson Pence throws down the bunt. It's going to roll back to the pitcher. Pence picks it up, throws down to first. Able to get the out there. But the sacrifice bunt does move the runners, and so now Will Schleybaugh is at third, and Alec Weaver moves to second. And we've got 2 runners in scoring position as now Isaac Yoder coming up to bat. The third batter in the lineup, playing left field. Where's number 24, originally playing left field, now playing center field, is the lone scorer for this Hiland team as he reached after being hit by the pitch to start the last inning and then stole 2 bases before being drove home by Nolan Yoder. The pitch is inside. He's going to be hit by the pitch again on the inside thigh as he takes first base. So Isaac Yoder, taking advantage of 2 inside pitches there, manages to get on base both times. And that will cue the coach and Tad Rodgers to take a step out here to the mound and have a quick chat with the pitcher and the rest of the infield. So while they're taking a quick chat here, I'll let you know that Jordan Wengard, who's up to bat here, comes in batting .452 on the season with 11 RBIs. and he is that cleanup hitter playing catcher today, has struck out and popped up in his 2 plate appearances so far. And it looks like we are going to get a pitching change. So while they do this, while they get all warmed up, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back on WKLM with more Stark Summit League 14U baseball after this on WKLM. And welcome back here on WKLM. The relief pitcher is going to be Patrick Gaffney. Wears number 15. Throws right-handed. Has pitched 5 innings on the season with an 0-1 record. Comes in with an ERA of 16.80 on the year. And so he'll step up here against the cleanup hitter of Jordan Wingard, the catcher for this Hiland Hawk team, who watched the first pitch go by for strike 1. A nice fastball there by Patrick Gaffney. Jackson Pence had the start, pitched 4 1/3 innings, allowing 1 run off 6 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks, 2 batters hit by a pitch. He threw 64 pitches in his outing today. And now the 0-1 pitch. Takes a swing at that one, fouls it off, and that one actually goes off of the player. It went off the bat and then off of the leg, it looked like. And so Wingard looks like he's all right, but that is strike 2. So Jordan Wingard with the 0-2 count steps back in. The open batting stance readies up. Bases are loaded here for the Hiland team with just 1 out in the inning. And they lead 1-0. The pitch. Nice strike there, right down the middle with a strike 3. Umpire rings him up. And that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. And so, with 2 outs in the inning, that brings up Nolan Yoder, the shortstop. Wearing number 34, he bats right-handed. Yoder has grounded out to the shortstop both times he has been up, although he did get an RBI the last time he was up and grounded out. The pitch. Takes a swing that time, ground right to the shortstop, gloves it, throws to second base. They get the out there, and that'll do it for the inning. And so, after 4 1/2, it is Hiland 1, the Boys of Summer 0. Back with more Summit League, Stark Summit League 14U baseball after this on WKLM. And welcome back. The first pitch here in this inning is in there for a ball, and that is to Joey Herrick of the Boys of Summer. Wears 00, bats right-handed, playing left field today, just making his 2nd plate appearance. Last time he was up, popped out to right field. That was all the way back in the 2nd inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch down in the dirt, he'll lay off for ball 2. It is 1-0. Hiland in the lead over the Boys of Summer in this 14U Stark Summit League play game. And Alec Weaver on the mound for Hiland sends the 3rd offering in there. That one in the dirt as well. That's ball 3. So 3 straight balls here to Joey Herrick, who now has a very batter-friendly count. Catching for Hiland is Braden Kaufman. Weaver with the pitch. That one inside and high for ball 4, and Joey Herrick able to draw a walk to get things started for the Boys of Summer as they trail by 1 here in this baseball game. They stranded 2 base runners last inning. But now with a runner at first and nobody out, that brings up Matt Kenny, the first baseman. Wears number 17. 0 for 1 on the day with a pop-up. Bats right-handed as he steps in and calls timeout real quick to check down with the coach at 3rd. And so he'll take a practice swing, and then he'll step back in. For Matt Kenny, wears number 17, comes in batting 200 on the season with 1 RBI. Alec Weaver checks the runner at first, has about a 1.5 lead. He's going to take off, and they'll lay down a bunt down the 3rd base line. A good move there on the bunt. Throws over by Weaver. And he will be out at first. A good throw there by Weaver to recover after the play. But it does move the runner to 2nd in Joey Herrick. So now a runner in scoring position for this Boys of Summer team. One away, as now the 9th batter in the lineup comes up to bat. Maddox Harris, the right fielder, wears number 2. Bit of a closed-off batting stance. He's going to take a big swing there at that pitch for strike 1. Harris steps back in. At second base, Joey Herrick has about a 4-step lead. Weaver brings the pitch home. High for ball. 1-1 on the count. As the sky getting just a bit darker here. Checks the runner at second, brings the pitch home. Big swing there for strike two. Got him to miss with the bat. Brings it to a 1-2 count. Alec Weaver, a right-handed pitcher for this Hiland team. Has only allowed 5 earned runs on the season, and he'll step off the mound here to chase the runner back to second and Joey Herrick. Now back on the rubber. Gets the call from the catcher, Braden Kaufman. And he'll turn around and throw back to second. A slow throw there, and he'll be back easily. Just kind of lofted it back to second base that time. Up to bat, Maddox Harris with the 1-2 count. Weaver brings the pitch home. Down in the dirt, but takes a swing at it, drops it. They're going to throw down to third. He will not be in time. And they're going to run it out to first, and he'll be safe at first. So a strikeout, but it does not result in an out. And that'll bring back the top of the lineup, number 28, Owen Hoagland, the catcher, who bats left-handed. Batting that cleanup, or the leadoff spot of the lineup. Now with runners on the corners and just one out. The pitch. In there for a ball. Weaver gets the call from the catcher and brings the pitch home. They're going to take off for second. They'll throw on down. It is going to be off to the left side, and so he will be safe at second. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Owen Hoagland, who gets the call from the coach down at third, now steps back in. Runners at second and third, 1 out in the inning, trailing by 1. Alec Weaver trying to get out of some trouble here. The pitch, down in the dirt. Good job by Braden Kaufman, keeps it in front of him. But that's ball 2. Weaver's pitch. Outside. That'll be a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Hoagland. They do have first base open. Runners at second and third with 1 out. The next offering is too low, and Owen Hoagland with a great eye able to draw the walk and loads up the bases for the boys of summer with just 1 out. That brings up Justin Tyson. Justin Tyson has done well so far today, 2 for 2 on the day with 2 base hits. The pitch. Takes a big swing at that one. Rips it down the left baseline and actually into the foul zone, and that's going to be strike 1. Tyson checks down with the coach, who just says, hit it. And he steps back in. 1 out, bases loaded, trailing by 1. The 0-1 count. The pitch. Outside and down in the dirt. That's ball 1. A good eye by Justin Tyson. And a good glove by Braden Kaufman, the catcher. As first and third playing in on the grass, trying to prevent that runner to get home. The pitch from Weaver. Way inside. It's going to get past him. Bounces off the backstop, however, and right back to the catcher. That's going to be enough to scare up the runner. But they're actually going to say that went off of Mr. Tyson there. And so he's going to go ahead and draw first base after being hit by the pitch. And that moves Owen Hoagland to second and allows Joey Herrick to score. And we have a tie ball game here, 1-1. After that throw, the pitch swung on. And that's a foul ball off the left side as he pulled it way left into that left field fence. And Doug Rodgers with one strike. Doug Rodgers, the shortstop, up to bat now. Boyer's number 34, bats right-handed. Is 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a base hit, as well as a stolen base. Base is still loaded, just one out in the inning. And we are tied 1-1. The pitch from Weaver. Inside, just gets the inside of the plate for strike 2. So an 0-2 count on Rodgers. Weaver gets the call from Kaufman behind the plate and sends the pitch home. Breaking ball just misses the inside of the plate. That's ball 1. A good eye by Rodgers, lays off. The boys of Summer trying to take the lead here with one out. Foul ball there, as Doug Rodgers, protecting the plate in this at-bat, does not want to give up that second out. Weaver checks the runners, brings the pitch home. It's in the dirt and outside. Tried to get Rodgers to chase after it. He does not. So Doug Rodgers evens up the count 2-2 against the pitching of Alec Weaver. And the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, fouls it up into the backstop. We stay at 2-2. Bottom of the 5th inning, all tied at 1. Bases are loaded for the boys of Summer with just one out. Weaver's pitch. Swung on, fouls it out of play on the left side. Again, battling away is Doug Rodgers. That is the 7th pitch he's seen this at-bat. And the pitch from Weaver. Swings at that one, fouls it up into the backstop yet again. Got to hand it to Doug Rodgers here. He is not getting shaken by the pressure of the moment. Just battling away here, protecting that plate, making sure that he's not struck out. But now Alec Weaver with the next pitch. And that one way inside, gets away from him, goes off the shoulder of Doug Rodgers, and he's going to be hit by the pitch, and that's going to score another run. Second straight batter hit by the pitch. The second straight run given up by a batter hit by pitch with the bases loaded. So that moves Owen Hoagland to third, Justin Tyson to second, Doug Rodgers to first, and scoring was Maddox Harris. So now the boys of Summer in the lead, 2-1. And Coach Yoder steps out to the mound, and he's going to make a pitching change. And so while we get a pitching change, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the rest of this bottom of the 5th inning after this on WKLM.
There's a lot to be excited about this spring at Village Motors in Millersburg. 2018 Wranglers at $2,000 under invoice plus rebate have never been cheaper. The redesigned 2019 Ram Heavy Duty is finally here, along with the all-new Ford Ranger, and we're extremely happy to introduce the 2019 Ram 1500, which was recently named Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. We feel we have the best product on the market and the best service in the area. Visit us soon at Village Motors in Millersburg.
Since 1975, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has been an industry pioneer in real estate at auction. This is Anthony Kaufman. Some companies come and go, and some experience ownership changes, but Dave Kaufman has owned and overseen every aspect of his company. During that time, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has grown and expanded to meet increasing customer needs while always staying on the cutting edge of technology and giving back to the community. Rooted in tradition, growing through innovation, we are Kaufman Realty and Auctions in Millersburg, Sugar Creek, New Philadelphia, Cambridge, and at kaufmanrealty.com.
Fikert Concrete, located on County Road 189 between Benton and Holmesville, specializes in ready-mix concrete and state-approved limestone, sand, and gravel. All mixed styles are available, and you can count on fast, dependable delivery and competitive prices. Fikert Concrete has served homes and surrounding counties for over 75 years. Call Fikert Concrete today for all your concrete needs at 674-0038. Remember, for quality concrete, it's Fikert Concrete.
And welcome back here on WKLM to Talmadge Middle School, where we have 14U Stark Summit League baseball underway with Hiland now trailing 2-1 to the Boys of Summer after the Boys of Summer managed to walk, sacrifice, bunt, strike out, walk, and get two batters hit by the pitch to score these two unearned runs here in this inning. And some smart play at the plate. But that does drive Alec Weaver off the mound. He came in relief, pitched 1 1/3 innings, and that brings in Isaac Yoder, who sends the first pitch in for ball 1 to Jackson Pence. And so now, Jackson Pence started out as a starting pitcher. Not sure where he's playing at now, but up to bat here. Watching that one go by for ball 2. So 2 quick balls here to Pence, who is 0 for 2 on the day, as he steps back in, batting right-handed. The pitch from Yoder finds the strike zone there with a nice fastball. So a 2-1 count here to Jackson Pence. Runners on every base. We've got at first base Doug Rodgers, at second base Justin Tyson, and at third Owen Hoagland for the Boys of Summer, who would love to extend this lead. That pitch swung on, fouled into the backstop, and we'll even up the count at 2-2. And I mentioned a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. That strikeout ended up leading to a base runner because they had tried to get the leadoff runner at third, and some smart base running by the Boys of Summer allowed that strikeout to not end up counting against them, as he ended up safe at first. That's a very slow changeup and got him to chase after it way ahead of it that time for the strikeout swinging. What a pitch by Isaac Yoder there. And that one came crawling in. Jackson Pence was already all the way around before it even got out of the grass. That'll bring up the center fielder, Carter McGarrix. Wears number 4, bats right-handed, has popped up to center field both times he's been up. That first pitch is down low for ball 1. McGarrix takes a few practice swings and steps back in. Isaac Yoder gets the call from behind the plate, brings the pitch home. Hard swing that time, a fly ball out towards right field. It might be out of play, though, and to the right side it's going to be foul. A long strike there for McGarrix. As Hiland brings the ball back in. 2-1 the score. Boys of Summer in the lead with bases loaded and 2 outs. The 1-1 count here to Carter McGarrix, who steps back in. Isaac Yoder throws, fake throwing over to third, but he'll hold the ball. Two outs in the inning. The bases are loaded. And they'll throw over to third. Back safe is Owen Hoagland. A 1-1 count here to McGarrix, who steps back in. They'll come home with the pitch. That one just a bit too low. That'll be ball 2. Sun beginning to set as we get some long shadows across the field here. The pitch. There, that time finds the strike zone, evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Carter McGarrix. As Isaac Yoder looks in. Braden Kaufman relays the call. And now ready's up for the pitch. Sends it home. Takes a swing at that one. Fly ball, but it is going to go foul and out of play to the right side. And that will remain at 2-2. We heard from Coach Yoder before the game that he was going to keep his pitchers to a certain pitch number, and Alec Weaver, even though he only pitched 1 1/3 inning, did get up to 45 pitches there before being pulled. That's a hit ball out towards left field, but it loses it in the sun. It's going to get over the left fielder's head. He's going to miss it. Rounding third and heading home is the second runner, and that is number 9, Justin Tyson. They're going to score 2 runs on that. A 2 RBI double by Carter McGarrix. And so they score Owen Hoagland across the plate as well as Justin Tyson. Moving to third is Doug Rodgers. And now with 2 outs, the Boys of Summer in a 4-1 lead over the Hiland Hawks here in this 14U league. That brings up Austin Constantine, the third baseman. Last time he was up, ended the last inning with a ground out to the pitcher. He'll watch that first pitch go by for ball 1. Constantine bats left-handed, wears number 27, playing third base today. Also has a walk on the day. Runners at second and third. The pitch comes home. Inside, that's a ball. Chokes up on the bat a tad. And the pitch. Down low, that's ball 3. So 3 straight balls to Austin Constantine, a good eye. Has a very batter-friendly count now. They do have first base open should they need it. The pitch down in the dirt, and that's going to fill first base right there as he'll draw the walk on 4 straight pitches. So with 2 outs, the bases are loaded, and we now have batted around as Joey Herrick, who got the inning started with a walk and the first score for the game for the Boys of Summer, now back up to bat. So Herrick steps in, wearing double zeros, batting right-handed, playing left field today. Takes a big swing at that first pitch for strike 1. Joey Herrick 0 for 1 on the day as he popped up the first time he was up in the second inning, and then earlier this inning walked. The pitch outside for a ball. Brings it to a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. The 4-1 lead for the Boys of Summer over Hiland. That pitch down in the dirt as well as Herrick lays off. Brings it to a 2-1. Now steps back in. Isaac Yoder on the mound. The pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it up, and out of play. That'll be straight 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Joey Herrick. The pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it out of play on the right side yet again. So, not quite able to catch up to those pitches just yet. But if he can get the timing down, he's making some good contact. They're going decently far in foul territory. He's got to get around a bit quicker. However, we've already seen once that Isaac Yoder can throw a heck of a changeup and sends that one in, and that's a foul ball. He's able to pop it up and over the backstop. Good job by Joey Herrick here, battling away. As he was ahead of that on the swing, but able to hold up just enough to make some contact. So 2 balls, 2 strikes remain for Joey Herrick. Steps back into the batter's box after taking a big breath. And the pitch from Yoder. Swing, a hard hit ball. That's a base hit down the third base line, and that's going to score 1, maybe 2, as rounding second and heading home is Carter McGarrick's. Rounding first and heading to second in with a stand-up double is Joey Herrick. What a hit for him, as he has a 2 RBI double there. And that scores Doug Rodgers, the last batter put on base by Alec Weaver. And it moves, or scores also Carter McGorrick's. It moves Austin Constantine to third. And at second is Joey Herrick. So this 2-run rally for this Boys of Summer team has really taken the lead. They now lead 6-1 over Hiland. And up to bat is Matt Kenny, who watched the first pitch go by. I think that was a ball. I'll let you know here in just a second as soon as the umpire lets me know. And so now, Yoder with the pitch. Swing and a miss there on a nice fastball. And that'll be a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there for another strike. 2 straight fastballs there by Isaac Yoder. Brings it to a 1-2 count. Matt Kenny steps back in. He got the sacrifice bunt earlier this inning to move the runner to second. And that pitch Swings, and that's a miss for strike number 3. And that's the second strikeout of the day here for Isaac Yoder. Finally gets the third out of the inning. However, the boys of Summer score big. They now lead 6-1 as we go to the top of the 6th. Hiland up to bat next on WKLM. And welcome back here to Talmadge Middle School, I should say. It's 14U Stark Summit League Baseball here on WKLM. I'm Brandon Benter. Brogenstein back at Sports Central. Thank you for joining us. It is now 6-1. Boys of Summer leading the Hiland Hawks after a big 5th inning for the Boys of Summer, where they scored all of their 6 runs in that inning with just 2 hits. So a lot of unearned runs that inning as well. Now a big swing there and a grounder over to the third baseman. He'll scoop it up, throws over to first, and gets the out. That was on Jack Hershberger, who was up to bat here to get things started. Took a big swing there at that first pitch and now has 1 out in the inning. And that'll bring up Brady Yoder. Started the game at pitcher, now playing somewhere else at this point, as everybody's been moving around with all the pitching changes and position changes. But Brady Yoder, batting 7th in the lineup, steps in batting 1 for 2 on the day. On the mound, Patrick Gaffney with the pitch. Takes a swing at that one. That's a base hit. That's going to drop right into that safe spot of the outfield. Great hit by Brady Yoder to get things started here for Hiland this inning. We'll see if they can capitalize on the base runner at first with just 1 out. That'll bring up Caleb Hershberger now, the first baseman. Wears number 5. He bats right-handed. 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a pop-up as they trail by 5. And so he'll step into the batter's box. Gaffney on the mound. A right-handed pitcher checks the runner. And he's going to step off the mound and fake the throw over. That will send Yoder back to first. Now Yoder with about a 2.5-step lead. They'll throw home with the pitch. Way inside as it brushed back the batter. And the catcher loses his footing there, trying to make a throw out to second as the runner took off. And that will allow Brady Yoder to be in safe easily. No throw ends up being made. So Caleb Hershberger has the 1-0 count. With 1 out and a runner at second base now for the Hiland Hawks. And so, Gaffney gets the call from behind the plate. Owen Hoagland, the catcher, checks the runner at second and comes home with the pitch. Breaking ball goes outside that time for ball 2. And so, with the 2-0 count, Hershberger steps back up to bat. Gaffney with the pitch. That time, a good pitch right in the strike zone for strike 1. A 2-1 count here to Hershberger. Two balls, 1 strike. Runner at second, checks the runner. Comes home with the pitch. That one in the dirt. Good job by Hoagland. Keeps it in front of him. That's ball 3 as Caleb Hershberger lays off that one. 3 balls, 1 strike here. And the 3-1 count remains. Checks the runner. Nobody holding him on. About a 4-step lead over there. Comes home with the pitch. Swings at that one, makes some contact. Fly ball out towards right field, but that's going to go out of play on the right side. And that'll just be strike 2 to bring it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Caleb Hershberger. With 1 out in the inning, a runner at second, trailing 6-1. Here in this 14U baseball game. Steps back into the batter's box. An even batting stance. Gaffney checks the runner. Brings the pitch home. Swings at that one. Pops it up and over the backstop. We'll stay at a full count, 3-2. Beginning to battle away here is Caleb Hershberger, protecting the plate, making sure that he makes it as hard as possible for these boys of summer to get him out. Now steps back in. And the 3-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be out of play on the right side. That's a foul ball. And that one into the construction zone of Talmadge Middle School. And the 3-2 count remains. So the Hiland Hawks, after having a 1-0 lead for a long time in this game, well, not a long time, for one inning in this game, they had the 1-0 lead. Now find themselves trying to dig out of a 5-run hole. Gaffney checks the runner, brings the pitch home. Swings at that one, fouls it off to the right side. A good job just poking that one away. Again, continuing the battle here. Coming into this inning, Patrick Gaffney had thrown 4 pitches of relief to get those final 2 outs of the last inning. And Gaffney with the pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it up and out of play on the right side yet again. And that one's into the construction zone as well. Luckily, we got some kind fans that are willing to venture into those areas to get the balls back. Otherwise, we'd have been through about 20 of them tonight. And the pitch. That one's outside. A good eye by Caleb Hershberger. The patience pays off. He eventually draws the walk and heads to first base. So now runners at first and second for Hiland. They have 1 out in the inning as the 9th batter in the lineup, Will Schleybaugh, comes up to bat. Will Schleybaugh has been batting very well in this spot. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a base hit, a stolen base, and a double. However, has been stranded or thrown out on the base paths each time. He checks down with Coach Jerry Yoder at third and steps into the batter's box. Patrick Gaffney with the pitch. In there for strike 1. The 0-1 count to Will Schleybaugh. Steps back in. Open batting stance. The pitch from Gaffney. Takes a swing at that one. Fly ball out towards left field. Trying to get underneath it is the left fielder in foul territory. Makes the catch. Joey Herrick running over there, making the grab to get the out. Just the second out of the inning, but now with 2 down, we go to the top of the lineup. At number 16, Alec Weaver. Weaver playing second base today, or started at second base, then took over pitching for a while. Now possibly back at second base. Not 100% sure where he's at in the field right now. But it doesn't matter because he's up to bat. It's the top of the 6th, not the bottom. And so Weaver steps into the batter's box. Runner at first and second, 2 outs, trailing by 5. The pitch from Gaffney, outside for ball 1. Alec Weaver so far today is 1 for 3 on the day with a base hit. Reached on an error as well and a ground out. Gaffney's pitch. Finds the strike zone there. A check swing from Alec Weaver. But that was a good one. And the next offer takes a swing at that one, pokes it out into the outfield, a fly ball right to the center fielder as he gets underneath of it, makes the catch, and gets the out. So they threaten, they get 2 runners on, but strand them both. And we remain 6-1 after 5.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning after this on WKLM.
East Homes Veterinary Clinic in Berlin and Millersburg also own Pampered Paws in Millersburg and the Red Rough Inn in Berlin. East Homes Veterinary Clinic is there for all your pet needs. Whether it is for veterinary services, grooming, or boarding, there's only one place to call. That's East Homes Veterinary Clinic with locations in Berlin at 893-2057, Millersburg 674-5591, Pampered Paws 674-7297, or the Red Rough Inn at 893-2057. Stop in today.
Mac Oil Field Service in Millersburg is a proud sponsor of West Holmes Athletics and the Ohio State Buckeyes. At Mac Oil Field Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oil Field Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oil Field Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371. Let's go Knights and let's go Bucks.
If you own a sport or luxury car, you may know the final link to delivering comfort and performance rests right on your tires. And that's where Holmes Tire LLC can help by showing you Yokohama's incredible Advan Sport AS. The Advan Sport AS is an all-season tire with a combination of performance and comfort unlike any on the market, and it always delivers in dry condition, rain, or even light snow. Add superior handling and long tread life, and you have everything you could ask for in a tire. Check out the Advan Sport AS at all 3 locations of Holmes Tire LLC, including Millersburg, Mount Vernon, and also now in Spencer.
Isaac Yoder still on the mound for these Hiland Hawks as we get set for the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch here to Maddox Harris is fouled out of play to the right side, and that's going to be strike 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-1 the lead, the Boys of Summer over the Hiland Hawks. Maddox Harris reached off of a strikeout last inning, managed to score after stealing a base as well. Swings at that one for strike 2. The other time up, grounded out to the pitcher. So, 0 for 2 officially, I guess. That's a foul ball up and over the backstop. And we'll stay at 0-2 here. And it should be Maddox Harris, but this is actually this is a different player. Number 15. So we've got a replacement player here. Number 15 is Patrick Gaffney, making his first plate appearance. Fouls that one up into the backstop. We'll stay at 0-2. Due up next is Owen Hoagland, the top of the lineup. The pitch to Gaffney. Right down the middle there with a nice fastball for strike number 3. Gets him looking. Great pitch there by Isaac Yoder. And now 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As that brings up Owen Hoagland, the catcher. Wears number 28, bats left-handed. Reached off of a walk last inning and ended up scoring in that inning as well. The pitch from Yoder. Fastball low for ball 1. One away, nobody on. The pitch. High for ball 2. Hoagland with a good eye, lays off. Now the 2-0 count. Third offering is in there for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Isaac Yoder. Able to find the strike zone that time. It's now the 2-1 count. Behind the plate now, Jack Hershberger playing catcher. Originally playing third base. That pitch is outside for a ball. Brings it to a 3-1 count. Replacing him at third base is Braden Yoder, who started the game at pitcher. And Alec Weaver has moved back to second base. Nolan Yoder still at shortstop. Caleb Hershberger still at first base. In the outfield, Jordan Wengard now at left field. Is Braden Kaufman back at center. And Will Schlaball in right field. That pitch in there for a strike brings it back to a full count. So a 3-2 count here on Owen Hoagland. With Isaac Yoder still on the mound here, he'll look in as the call is relayed by Jack Hershberger and brings the pitch home. Swings at that one. It's a bouncer down the third base line. Scooped up by Brady Yoder. Throws across the field and just in time for the out. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th as Justin Tyson coming up to bat. The second baseman reached after getting hit by a pitch the last time he was up. Ended up scoring in that inning. Before that was 2 for 2 with base hits both times. The pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it up and out of play on the right side. That's going to be a strike. The 0-1 count as Tyson steps back in. An open batting stance. Awaits the pitch. Outside that time for ball one. Coming into this inning, Isaac Yoder had thrown 26 pitches. The stretch and the pitch. Swings at that one, pops it up in the air. It's on the right side of the infield in foul territory. Can the first baseman make the catch? Caleb Hershberger does not do so. It was up against the fence there, not able to get a hold of it. And that'll be strike two. So a lucky break there for Justin Tyson. Results in him still being at the plate with a 1-2 count. Isaac Yoder with the pitch. And locks him up there with a nice pitch on the inside. Finds the strike zone. The umpire rings him up. That's the second strikeout of the inning. Fourth strikeout of the game for Isaac Yoder. And they go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the sixth. We stay 6-1. Boys of Summer in the lead over Hiland. Back with more Stark Summit League baseball after this on WKLM. And welcome back here to Talmadge Middle School. Brandon Bencher with you. Broganstein back at Sports Central. It is the Boys of Summer leading the Hiland Hawks here in 14U baseball play by a score of 6-1. And the Hiland Hawks down to their final 3 outs to try to dig out of this 5-run hole. That first pitch here to number 17, Braden Kaufman, is inside, I believe, for a ball. We'll see here on this second pitch. Still on the mound, Patrick Gaffney for the Boys of Summer. Goes through the stretch and the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, pops it up in the air on the right side of the infield. Moving underneath of it is the first baseman. He'll make the call and the catch. That's Jackson Pence making the play and getting the first out of this inning. One away, down to their last 2 outs as Isaac Yoder comes up to bat. Started the game in left field, now playing pitcher, wearing number 24, bats right-handed. Has been hit by the pitch the last 2 times he's been up, scored once, the only score of the game for this Hiland team. When he did score while he was on the base paths, had 2 stolen bases out there, but otherwise is 0 for 1. Gaffney gets the call from Owen Hoagland behind the plate. Goes through the stretch and brings the pitch home. That one outside in the dirt. Easy one for Yoder to lay off. That'll be ball 1. And with the 1-0 count, nobody on, 1 out in the inning. Top of the 7th, 6-1 Boys of Summer in the lead. That pitch got away from him again, and that's in the dirt. That's ball 2. Looked like Gaffney was going for a breaking ball of some kind there. Just couldn't quite get his hand to throw it the way he was hoping for. Now back on the mound. Stepping back in with the 2-0 count, Isaac Yoder. Gaffney's pitch. Just outside that time. That's ball 3 of the at-bat. So a 3-0 count here to Isaac Yoder. I'm sure would love to draw a walk here. The pitch from Gaffney. Down in the dirt. Breaking ball gets away from him again. That's going to draw the walk as Isaac Yoder heads to first with a base runner. That'll bring up Jordan Wingard. The catcher bats 4th in the lineup, wears number 42, bats right-handed. And before he can step into the batter's box, we're going to get a quick talk from the coach as he steps out to have a chat here with Patrick Gaffney. Looks like he wants to see where he's at, how he's feeling, brings the rest of the infield in as well. As they're chatting here, I'll let you know that Jordan Wingard so far on the day, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. So has been struggling from the plate in that cleanup position. And it's going to remain with Patrick Gaffney as the coach gives him a pat on the back and tells him to go get it. So the runner at first and 1 out in the inning. Jordan Wingard will step up to bat wearing number 42, batting right-handed. And now he's going to step off the mound here. Now back on. Gaffney looks in. And brings the pitch home. Nice strike there, straight down the middle with a nice fastball. Gaffney, the reason he had stepped off the mound is he had gone into his stretch position with the runner at first and then got back off so he could throw a much more abbreviated pitch. An 0-1 count here to Jordan Wingard, who steps back in. Second offering. Takes a swing at that one. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to drop into center field. A nice hit there by Jordan Wingard. Just takes a nice easy swing, puts the ball into the outfield, and gets the base hit. That moves Isaac Yoder to second, so now runners at first and second with one out in the inning. Nolan Yoder will come up to bat, the shortstop. Wears number 34. He bats right-handed and is 0 for 3 on the day with 3 straight grounders to the shortstop. Pat Gaffney on the mound, checks the runner, brings the pitch home. That one outside for ball 1. Runner at second is Isaac Yoder, has about a 5-step lead, being slightly held on by the second baseman. Gaffney's pitch in the dirt. Owen Hoagland keeps it in front of him, but it goes bouncing about 5 feet away, and the runners will advance. So moving to third is Isaac Yoder. Moving to second is Jordan Wingard. And Yoder with the 2-0 count. The pitch from Gaffney. Down low, that's a ball. I apologize, that is the second ball apparently, as that's 2 balls, no strikes. Yoder steps back in after checking down with Coach Jerry Yoder. And the pitch, he'll show bunt, pulls back, but that's right down the middle with a strike. Good pitch there by Patrick Gaffney. Brings it now to a 2-1 count. Gaffney's pitch. Down in the dirt. That's going to draw the walk. Nice patience by Nolan Yoder. Makes his way to first, and these Hiland Hawks, trailing by 5, have loaded the bases. Base runners at first, second, and third, and Isaac Yoder, Jordan Wingard, and Nolan Yoder with just 1 out. And it looks like this is going to be it for Patrick Gaffney on the mound. As stepping out is the coach, and we're going to have a replacement here. As taking over will be number 27. And that is Austin Constantine. He'll take over on the mound here, and while he gets warmed up, we'll take the break. Back with more boys 14U baseball action after this. And welcome back here. Pitch in there is high for a ball to Jack Hershberger, as the player on the mound now is Austin Constantine, getting the relief spot as number 27. He's a right-handed pitcher. Throws very overhand here, sends that second pitch in there. It's out of the strike zone again. That'll be ball 2 here to Jack Hershberger, the third baseman, batting for the 4th time today. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a base hit and a triple. Has been stranded at third both times he's gotten up to bat. Last time he was up, grounded out to the third baseman, who was Constantine. Constantine sends that one in there for strike 1 to Jack Hershberger. And so Hershberger steps back in. There's 1 out. Bases are loaded. Hiland here in the top of the 7th. A swing and a miss, or not a miss, but a foul ball that time. Brings it back to 2-2. Hiland trailing by 5 here. They've got 2 outs remaining to try to dig out of this hole, but with bases loaded, they are threatening. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Jack Hershberger here from Austin Constantine. And the pitch. Takes a hard swing at that one and digs it out of the dirt. That's a base hit. It's going to line all the way out to the left field line. Left field wall, actually, as it rolls all the way out there. Rounding third and headed home is the player at first base, and Nolan Yoder, and it's going to score all 3 runs. A 3 RBI double by Jack Hershberger. What a hit there for this Hiland team. And so now a 6-5 lead. No, 6-4 is the lead for the Boys of Summer, as Hiland scores 3 runs off the hit by Jack Hershberger, who has a triple, a double, and a single in this game. And that brings up Brady Yoder. Yoder watched the first pitch go by for strike 1. Yoder started the game at pitcher, now playing third base. He is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 base hits and 1 ground out. Austin Constantine checks the runner at second, brings the pitch home. A grounder down the third base line, slow roller, going to be scooped up by the third baseman, has to charge after it, throws over to first, and it's in time to get the out. A nice play there by the third baseman. I believe it's Patrick Gaffney, who just came off the mound, and does allow Jack Hershberger to move to third, though. So a runner at third for Hiland, and the tying run at the plate. 6-4, the lead for the Boys of Summer here in the top of the 7th. The Boys of Summer trying to close this one out. Caleb Hershberger coming up to bat now. The first baseman walked last time he was up after a long, patient at-bat. That pitch is high for ball 1. Before that, had a pop-up and a ground out. Hershberger playing first base, bats right-handed, now steps back in. Austin Constantine, the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, a fly ball out to center field, and it's going to be right to the center fielder. He'll make the grab. That was Carter McGarrick's making the grab and getting the out, and they get it just in time. They hold off this late surge by the Hiland Hawks and get the victory in this one by a final score of 6-4. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your post-game show after this on WKLM. And welcome back here to Talmadge Middle School, where we had some Stark Summit League 14U baseball play here as the Boys of Summer defeat the Hiland Hawks by a final score of 6-4. The scoring got started, I should say, in the top of the 4th inning when Hiland would score after Isaac Yoder reached after being hit by a pitch. He stole second and then stole third and then was driven home by Nolan Yoder. And that would be the only score for the inning in the 4th. And then in the 5th, the bottom of the 5th, that was the big inning for the Boys of Summer. They would score all 6 of their runs in that inning. And I believe, let me see here, make sure, as it was a walk and then a sacrifice bunt and then a strikeout that ended up turning into a base runner because of the dropped ball, then another walk, and then 2 runners hit by pitch. And so a lot of unearned runs to get that inning started. And then a big RBI double by Carter McGarrick, Carter McGarrick. He would get the RBI double in the end of that inning, and another 2 RBI double by Joey Herrick would score a few more runs. They would score 6 runs in that inning. Now, of course, that was in the 5th inning, and that was all the scoring needed for the Boys of Summer. Some late game heroics by the Hiland Hawks almost brought them back. A big 3 RBI double by Jack Hershberger on a bases loaded at bat would score 3 more runs. However, they would not be able to score any more after that. The next 2 batters getting taken out by Austin Constantine on the mound for the Boys of Summer. He got the save on the mound. Austin Constantine pitching for 2 batters. Getting the win on the mound was Patrick Gaffney. He pitched he allowed 3 runs off 2 hits with 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And then getting the start was Jackson Pence. He pitched the first 4 1/3 innings, allowing 1 run off 6 hits with 1 strikeout and 2 batters hit by a pitch and 2 wild pitches as well. Taking the loss on the mound for the Hiland Hawks would be Alec Weaver. He pitched an inning and a third, allowing 5 runs off 2 hits with 2 walks and 1 strikeout in his pitching outing. As far as offensive numbers go, for the Boys of Summer, they would score 6 runs off 4 hits. They had 1 defensive error and 5 runners stranded. On the other side, Hiland would score 4 runs off 9 hits with no defensive errors and 10 runners stranded. Leading the way offensively for the Boys of Summer would be Joey Herrick, going 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a double, and a score, as well as a walk. And then Carter McGarrick's going 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. On the other side, for the Hiland Hawks, leading the way was Jack Hershberger. He went 3 for 4 with a triple, a double, and a single, as well as 3 RBIs. A giant day at the plate for Jack Hershberger. After that, it was Brady Yoder going 2 for 4 with 2 singles, and Will Schleybaugh going 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a stolen base. With the victory, the Boys of Summer now have 3 wins and 7 losses in their league play. With the loss, the Hiland Hawks now with a record of 8-4 in their league play. Reporting for WKLM, I'm Brandon Benter. A big thank you to Brogan Steimel back at Sports Central, and thank you to you for joining us this evening here on WKLM for this Stark Summit League 14U baseball game. Final score one more time. Boys of Summer victorious in this one by a final score of 6-4 over the Hiland Hawks. So long, everybody.